a reason why, because we do goofy stuff beforehand, especially when it comes to our theme song.
Oh yeah.
But today we're going to be doing comedy. We haven't done anything officially. We've done a couple we tried to run through, but we tend to pick ones that are a little gamey. Like video clips that are just a little too much. So we're going to try to ease y'all into the comedy spectrum of Mix It Up, because I like some dark comedy. Yeah, I really do. Okay, so this one, we're not easing them in. We're going to just go. We're just bum rushing straight in. This is Tom Segura. Some disabilities are funny.
He picked this one.
I like Tom Segura. He makes me laugh. He makes me jangle. But now, if you don't know, Tom Segura is in a friend circle with a crap ton of comedians, like from Bobby Long to Joe Rogan and Bert Kreischer and a whole bunch of people. Like they have this. He's a pretty funny dude. He's got a couple podcasts of his own that are actually pretty hilarious, like Two Bears, One Cave, stuff like that. So I like him because he's subtle funny. Like he's that type of person. It's like, you're one of those dudes that'd be cool to hang out with, but just not all the time. I'm just kidding, Tom. I love you. No, not really. That's creepy.
Give us a thumbs up, Tom.
Yeah, give us a thumbs up, Tom. Come on, Tom. Do it. Do it for us, Tom. His Mike Tyson impression is actually pretty good. He's met him a few times. It's pretty cool. But yeah, this is Tom Segura. Some disabilities are funny.
And I get why you laugh at my physical flaws. Physical flaws are funny. They just are. Disabilities are not. But some are. Most aren't. We know those ones, you know? Like if there's a 10K or a quilt, it's pretty bad. But the rest are up for debate. And if you're sitting here and you're like, well, when is it ever funny? Well, luckily for you, I have 3 examples. First, foreign accent syndrome. Some of you know about it, some of you don't. It's real. You can look it up on your way out of here. Some people experience head trauma. Not funny. But they wake up speaking their native language with a foreign accent. Very funny. I defy you to watch interviews with these people and not piss yourself laughing. Do you understand? Like a farmer in Alabama who's normally like, that guy hits his head and is now like, the tractor trailer, man. That's not funny to you, you piece of shit? Really? The best case ever of foreign accent syndrome happened in the UK. And not only was it a British woman who lived her entire life in the UK, she'd never left the town she was born in for 33 years. She was in an accident, and she woke up speaking English, but with a Chinese foreign accent. Did you hear what I just fucking said? Do you now believe in God and his awesome sense of humor? A British lady who her whole life was like, hello, it's a bit of a whiffle, isn't it? Like that. Now says, I have not had my conversation. First of all, do you know how hard it is to do that impression without squinting? Second, if you're getting uncomfortable, like, whoa, he's mocking an Asian accent? No, she's white. This is fine. A white British lady just happens to say, would you like a cup of tea? Tastes good? Tastes good? You want milk? You want biscuit? Oh, God! You want me to suck a dick now? I don't know, whatever. She's a nice British lady. She can say whatever she wants. Now, if you're sitting in your seat right now and you're like, I don't think it's funny. Well, don't get your tits in a tussle. I got 2 more for you. So.
Okay, come on now. That's pretty funny though, right?
Not all of them, but some disabilities are. Yeah.
Not all of them. He said if there's a 10K or a quill attached to it.
No, I don't even need those alone.
Okay, now we're not going to play the full clip of this one because obviously you do too much, Netflix is going to strike you. But
I mean Netflix and YouTube, huh?
Yeah. His premise is solid in a way because that is a ridiculous disease. I mean, foreign accent, I could hit as someone who has smashed his coconut and I didn't know who I was for like 2 days. It is a little disconcerting when you do, kind of wake up and you're like, oh, I got injured. I had no clue. Like I don't. And then you have bits of memory coming back like, oh, I remember a girl while my face was missing, touched my bare skull with her finger and said, does this hurt? And I used every curse word in the book, which I didn't even know I knew that meant. Which, of course, I was at a church camp. So that was a delightful experience for the kids. But yeah, that was a crazy head injury. But I have known people like you hit your head hard enough, weird stuff happens, man. Mm-hmm. Like when I was living in Huntsville, I was coming out of the shower, and at least this is what my roommate told me. Yeah. I was coming out of the shower, and I guess like my roommate was having an argument with his girlfriend at the time, and I was like trying to avoid it because my bathroom door was right next to his bedroom door. Mm. So they're having a knockdown, drag out fight, and I'm like, I need to leave the bathroom. Like I'm not wearing anything. I have a towel on. And so I'm like, I got to get out of here. My bedroom's down the hall. But I'm like, I can't even be on the floor, dude. They're having a knockdown, drag out fight. I do not want to be here the way this is going, So I try and go downstairs because my laundry's in the dryer. So I was like, I'll put on my clothes there, which is weird that I did that. But the minute I hit that kitchen, it was older hardwood that was all shellacked and everything. So when I hit that with wet feet, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Whoop, and some jackhole left a cabinet door open on the bottom. So when I slipped, I just go boom and bust my head right where I previously cracked open my coconut when I was 16 or 17 or whenever it was. And it reset my brain like to when I was the age I hit my head, because Luther goes, what the hell was that? And like comes out, walks, sees me, I don't even know if my towel was fully on, which bless him for being nice enough to put my towel on and take my naked body into my bedroom. But I'm just gone on the floor. And he picks me up and he puts me on the edge of my bed and he's like, you okay? And of course his girlfriend's still arguing with him. And he's like, can you calm down? My roommate just busted his head. Please calm down till I assess if he is okay. Yeah. She's like, I'm going to go in the bathroom. And he's like, okay. Like he was just very weirded out at that time. And he's talking to me, and he said that I'm like talking to him, and I'm asking him where like my mom was and everything else, and am I still? And I was like, where is this place? Is this near the? And I was talking about the camp and everything, and I started mentioning details, stuff I didn't remember when I got out of it. Like I didn't remember it, and he was like, "Oh damn, Joel broke his brain." Like he was like, "Oh, this is the end. It's done. Oh, I'm going to get sued." Like, because in his mind, he was like, I'm black, he's white. There might be an issue here.
I just mopped the floors.
Yeah, right. That too.
Fingerprints all over the mop.
Yeah. So,
babe, wipe the house down.
But so I'm up. So I'm sitting on the edge of the bed and I'm talking to him. I'm like, I don't remember what's going on. And he's like, I don't want to freak you out. You're like 28. And I went, huh? I was like, how? I was like, was I in a coma? Like, I was just weird. He was like, nah, man. Oh, Joel, you got to get better, man. Come on. Yeah, you can't be doing this to me right now. And I'm like, okay. And like after an hour or so, stuff started connecting back again. Like my synapses started firing again. And I just looked at him and I was like, oh man, what happened? And he's like, Joel, like adult Joel. Yeah. What's up? And he's like, oh, thank God. Oh, you don't have a concussion. And I'm like, why would I have a concussion? Did you hit me? He's like, no, dude, you fell and hit over there. Cause I'm literally looking at the kitchen floor with the cabinet door still open, mind you. And I'm like, what happened? He goes, you hit your head on that cabinet door. I went, wow, that's messed up. And he goes, yeah, you thought you were 16. And I was like, well, that's weirder. And he goes, yeah, it was weirder. By the way, you were kind of a dork at 16. Because he said I talked about dorky things the whole time. So, yeah, he was like, wow, I can't believe you didn't know who you were, that you shouldn't be sleeping right now. And I'm like, do you think I have a concussion? He's like, you may. And I'm like, okay. So I stayed up for another 4 or 5 hours, and I felt normal after that. I just think the hit on the head, maybe from the little chip I have in here that remodeled, that maybe it just put some pressure for a second.
Yeah.
And it kind of rebooted me or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, it was very, very weird experience. So like someone hitting their head and then speaking in a foreign accent the rest of the time, dude, what would you do with that? You can't fix it. So what would you do with that? Just the rest of your life, people are going to call you a racist because you're talking like some foreign accent or something. Are you doing an impression right now? That's inappropriate. And it's like, this is how I live now.
Yeah.
Like, it's so messed up. And you got to think about it. It's a little bit racist if like you hit your head. That's not something like if you grew up in a bubble with robots and you hit your head and you started talking like this right now, that would be understandable. But that means you've come across something that you heard and associated that with someone. And that is what happened, is that connection got crisscrossed. Dude, that's super trippy. What do you think you would do if that ever happened to you?
I don't know. I haven't like gotten any injuries. Like I'm boring on the injuries. I like hurt my knee once.
Really?
That was like it. Yeah.
Like nothing. Not a broken sprain, dislocated, nothing.
Not even like bruised. Like nothing.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like nothing at all.
Like the worst ever happened, I was running in the hallway. I know, not supposed to. But they had it was high school. You know, they always say don't run in the hall. I was in the hall.
Yeah. Those floors are slippery and
Well,
messed up.
the is the wet floor sign. So this is we're going around the corner. So the wet floor sign should be in the corner so you can see it from both, unless you get 2 wet floor signs. Well, they had 1 wet floor sign around the corner. So I'm running in the hallway. Yep. As soon as I saw the sign, I saw my feet. And that was it. Hit the ground, slid like 20 feet, hit my knee right on the edge of the wall. You just hear pop. I just laid there for a bit. And they're like, you okay? No, I'm not okay. I'm going to just sit here for a moment and I'm going to hobble back to what we're supposed to be doing.
What's up, guys? 20% off entire store-wide on apexenergydrink.com. Use the promo code MIXITUP20 and you can get 20% off the entire store-wide. Not just the energy drinks. We give you energy, stamina, focus, but I'm talking about the t-shirts, the duffel bag, and some other stuff that they have on there, and they're always adding new clothing. So go check it out, apexenergydrink.com today. Thank you. Bye-bye. Dude, okay. I honestly think the reason my head is so large is because of the amount of head injuries I've had. Like, it's permanently swollen. Like, I think that's what happened.
I can see that.
The first head injury I had was this is the only memory I have of that time, was elementary school. And it's because I was going full force as fast as I could down those halls. I turned a corner, did not know another child would be there, and we met heads first. Like, I can't equate the pain to the amount. It was like equal pain and equal, what just happened to me? Because I didn't know. Like, it knocked me silly. And I hit my head so hard, and like just fell backwards, slapped the back of the floor with my head again. The other kid fell backwards. He's crying. And I'm like, what happened? Like, I didn't know. And I went in the nurse's office. She's got, you got a little bump. Poor baby. I'm sending you back to class, little baby. Like that was just what it was.
Mm-hmm.
I get home. My mom goes, what happened to you? I'm like, huh? What do you mean? have you not touched your forehead? I'm like, no, it hurts. She's like, there's a reason why. I was like, why? I had this huge bubble contusion, hard as a brick, like an egg on my head. It looked like I was growing a horn and it was about to pierce through. She goes, that thing is massive. It's as big as your own head. And I went, that's a big boo-boo. And she's like, oh my goodness, yes. I was probably 8, maybe. I'm 8, maybe 9. I don't know. And I just smacked full force because I ran with my head. I tip it and run. That's how I got places quick. And so I went Sherman tank style into that other kid's dome and just cracked my coconut so hard that it expanded another coconut. Yeah, that thing lasted forever too because it just wouldn't go down. I couldn't sleep. I had to sleep on one side because it would just stick out there like a big old, because it was a knot or whatever it's called. What is it called? Like a contusion or I don't know.
I got my friend Desmond. He hurts himself every September.
Why is it every September?
It literally is. Like right around his birthday. Like it was a bike wreck. It was falling off the bike. It was he had a broken jaw. He had a broken leg. Like every September, October. It was like, you know what? We're going to keep you inside the house for the next 2 months, okay? Because we know what's going to happen if you walk outside.
You can't leave.
Yeah.
Because if you do, you will be injured.
Yeah. Desmond Williams. It's for you, buddy.
Oh, that's so funny. Poor Des.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it. Dude, I've been injured so much. I've never broken a bone. Got to find real wood. Hold on. I've never broken any bones or anything, but I have injured myself on multiple occasions. Just the weirdest stuff. You know what? On second thought, we're going to have a story. We're going to have crazy story time.
Oh, story time with Jolie Oli?
It'll be a separate video. It'll be extra content for the Patreon.
Oh, look how you just slid that in there.
Patreon. Sunday. We will put up the clips on Sunday with crazy stories that we'll record on our phone and send to each other and occasionally give here. Because I've got some stories. I've got some stories for you. That was super creepy and elongated.
Yeah,
Why did I do that?
Maybe you are super creepy.
Yeah, definitely elongated. My head is just enormous. It has its own gravitational pull. You think it doesn't, but it really does. That's how I keep hats on my head. Okay, so that was Tom Segura's. Some Disabilities Are Funny. The full clip and I think it's on Ball Hogs. Now I don't know. Disgraceful. So go and check that out on Netflix.
Yeah.
And yeah, dude's a pretty funny dude. I like him. You kind of like him. I think you're warming up to him.
Maybe. That was the first time I've seen it, and it was only like 3 minutes of it, so I don't know.
Okay, we'll
Have
watch
to
some
watch the
others.
rest.
We'll watch some others.
Yeah.
See you guys later.